Hello everyone and welcome on De Papier de Rêve channel. I'm Ursula and today I will be painting with you some rocks on a beach. It's a little bit weird to be back recording and filming after my holidays. You haven't noticed, but all the video for a month were pre-recorded and I take a full month of vacation. So I have to work again now and it's a little bit weird, but it will be okay for this video. So as I'm coming back from vacation, I have a lot of reference picture to paint. So that's what we are going to do today with this picture from Works on a Beach. The picture was taken near Nyborg in Denmark, and it was a really beautiful place and with a really beautiful light also from the sunset. And in order to capture that specific sunset light, I'm using Aussie red gold today, which is a really beautiful orange, red, yellow gold shade, and I like it a lot, and it's a perfect color for this type of painting. And it also will be formidable to work with this color during fall, and I can't wait to try some fall scenery with this golden color. It will be perfect. So I have this gold shade that representing my works, but I need a strong shadow against this gold shade. So I'm using violet today because it's a complementing color and it will create a really strong contrast between them two. Usually I'm using my own mix of violet by using ultramarine blue and rose madder lake, for example. But today, as I want my violet to be consistent during all my painting, I'm using Carbazole violet, which is a violet already made. So my first layer is quite simple. I'm just blocking the colors. I'm not working at all with detail for now. I'm just painting all the color where I want to be. And I will add a lot of texture at the end with this plastic film and also with salt in the sand area in order to get a little bit more attraction to this area of my painting. And I will let this first layer dry thoroughly before starting the next one. Once the paper is totally dry, I can remove the plastic wrap and also the salt before starting my second layer, but you have to wait until it's completely dry because it's not, it will smear all over the place. As you can see, everything has dried, but a lot lighter than what I was expecting. So my second layer will be all about repainting all the color in the place I want and starting to add details step by step. It's quite a common thing that colors are drying much lighter than when you at first put it, and it's okay. Sometimes I put a little bit more pigment at the first layer so that I have less work to do in the other layer, but this Carbazole violet seems to be strong at first, and then when it dries, it really dries lighter. If you check the blog post in relation of this painting, you will find the link in the description box below. You will be able to see my reference picture, and you will see a lot of difference between my reference picture and what I'm painting right now. I've changed the composition a little bit of the painting because I was in need of a focus just on the works and nothing more. And I also change a lot of the colors because I want my picture to be much more alike of my remember of the scene than the picture about it. I'm not sure I'm really clear here, but I'm adding lots of details that I remember in my picture to add a little bit of feeling in this painting. And with adding feelings and memory to a painting, you will have a lot more powerful paint and a lot more personal, because it's your feeling and it's your vision of the scene that you will paint. So it's quite interesting to do. And between a picture you take at some point and your memory of the scene, there is a lot of interpretation you can add, and you can also change all the picture if you want, because it's your point of view and nobody else. And that's why I changed so much the color in this painting from my reference picture, by adding these golden colors and strong shadow in violet. I think it's a little bit more warm, and it's quite in concordance with the memory I had from the scene. But let's talk about supplies. For the brushes, I've used just one brush, an Escoda Aquario number 18. And for the colors, I've used Cobalt blue, Aussie red gold, yellow ochre, Quinacridone burnt scarlet, lunar blue, Carbazole violet, and my paper is Canson Héritage in hot press. For the last step of this watercolor painting, I'm trying to create some texture with my brush by using it in a different way, so very dry or very wet, depending. And I'm trying to shape also the shape of the brush in different shapes, so that I can make different marks on my paper. It's all about adding the smallest little details on the texture that will make you think about the texture I'm painting. So if I'm painting sand, I will make some little dots in some parts so that your brain will identify sands right away. Before painting this watercolor painting, I painted another version with gouache, and I will put a picture of this gouache version on the blog post. You can find the link in the description below. And this first study with gouache helped me to focus my work on watercolor. With the gouache, I was able to try a composition that is okay, totally okay with gouache, but I wanted to have a lot more focus on the work in the watercolor painting. That's why I changed the composition. But also I had a first feeling of the scene with my gouache painting, so that I'm able to have a better work with watercolor. And during my holidays, I've only painted with gouache. I've packed also my watercolor supplies, but I didn't feel like painting with watercolor. Gouache was a little bit more easier, and I wanted to develop my knowledge on that medium. So I found that it's very interesting to open your view on other medium, because it will help you to work better with the first medium you are working with. So gouache and learning about gouache helps me to get better at watercolor painting. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but that's how it works. I don't know why, but I feel better with watercolor now that I work a little bit more with gouache. And this watercolor painting you are seeing right now is the first watercolor painting I made after a month of doing just gouache and not watercolor at all. So it was a little bit confusing at first, and I didn't know how I will make it work, in fact, because I was so used to work with gouache. But I love it, and I think I've captured my memory very well, and I'm really happy with this painting. And this video is now ending. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Please check the blog post for more information about it and tell me what you think in the comments. See you soon.